Now let us try to solve this table, which consists of basically 5 questions A, B, C, D and E, and there are certain question marks which needs to be filled up, and these questions are related to slower and faster clocks. Consider question number A. It says that the actual time is 8:10 am and time shown by clock is to be found out, and the clock is slower by 13 minutes. So what we shall do, we already know that if actual time is greater than the time shown, then the clock is slower, and if the actual time is less than the time shown, this is faster. Why? Because the time shown is more than actual time, and therefore it means that the clock is running faster than usual or than the actual time. So here it is said that the clock is slower by 13 minutes. So the actual time, I will denote actual time by AT. So the actual time is 8:10 am, and clock time is lagging behind actual time. So I will write clock time on the left hand side of actual time, because you see this is an analogy. We know that 3, 4, 5 in the number line, 3 is less than 5, and therefore 3 exists on the left hand side of 5. So by this analogy, what I will do, I will put the lagging time on the left hand side and the leading time on the right hand side. So actual time is 8:10 am, and the actual clock timing and the displayed time over on the clock is lagging, so it will be put in the left hand side. So I have rubbed the unwanted portion. That was for understanding only. Now the clock timing is to be found out, and we know that this clock time is lagging behind the actual time by 13 minutes. So you have to find out what is the time, what will be the time before 13 minutes from 8:10 am. The actual time is 8:10. As because the clock is running slower, so the time displayed, so this will be the time displayed, and the time displayed will be 13 minutes lesser than the actual time. We have to go back 13 minutes. So from 8:10 to the next comfortable timing is 8 am. So from 8:10 to 8 am is 10 minutes. So for 13 minutes it should be 10 plus 3. So we have to go 3 minutes lesser than 8 am. So this will give you 10 plus 3. 10 plus 3 equal to 13 minutes. So from 8:10 to 8 is 10 minutes, and from 8 am you have to go further 3 minutes back, and that is equal to 60 minus 3, because 8 am is basically equal to 760. So 60 minus 3 is 57. So from 60, if we go back 3 minutes, it will be equal to, it is not right to write this, it is not correct to write 760, but for calculation purpose we can consider 8 am as 760 am, and 60 minus 3 is 57, and it's equal to 7:57 am. So the clock timing will be 7:57. So you can see that 7:57 plus 13 minutes will be equal to 8:10 am, and 8:10 am minus 13 minutes is equal to 7:57. So the answer to this question is, let me rub this. So this is equal to 7:57 am. So this is the answer. I hope you have understood how we have drawn the analogy with the number line and solved this problem. Considering question number B, here you have been given the actual time and the time shown by the clock, and you have to find out whether the clock is slower or faster, and if faster or slower by how many minutes. So we see that the time shown by the clock is more than the actual time. So as because time shown by the clock is 4:43 p.m. and the actual time is 4:27. The hours are same, but the minutes are different, and time shown by the clock shows a greater number of minutes, 43, which is greater than 27, and hence we can say that time shown by the clock timing is more than the actual timing. So clock timing will be put on the right hand side. So when the time shown or the clock time is greater than the actual time, then you see that it's a faster clock. So the this will be crossed out. So we can understand first of all that the clock is faster. So this cell will be crossed out and we have to enter some minutes over here. So let us calculate. Clock timing is 4:43 p.m. and the actual timing is 4:27 p.m. So we have to check how much advanced is this clock timing. We have to go here. How many minutes need to be added to get 4:43. So we can see that we can subtract from 4:43 the actual timing, that is 4:27. As because the hours are same, these can be crossed out and we can now simply subtract that. 13 minus 7 is 6 and 3 minus 2 is 1, so it's 16 minutes. So 27 plus 16 will give you 4:43. So the actual clock is advanced by 16 minutes. So the clock is faster by 16 minutes. This is the answer to question number B. Now coming to question number C, where you can observe that the time shown by the clock is 2:05 p.m. and it is faster by 17 minutes. So the clock time is advanced from the actual time by 17 minutes. This is how we write, as because clock time is greater than actual time because it is advanced by 17 minutes, advanced or faster. So clock time we are given it's equal to 2:05 p.m. So 2:05 p.m. means sometimes in the afternoon. Then to solve this question we have to subtract from 2:05 how many minutes? 17 minutes. So first of all we will go to some comfortable time and that is equal to 2 p.m. So from 2:05 p.m. to 2 p.m. is 5 minutes. It's 5 minutes. We have jumped backward 5 minutes. Now still how many minutes are left? 17 minus 5 is 12 minutes. So 17 minus 5 is 12 minutes. So 2 p.m. can be thought of as 1:60 p.m. and we need to subtract from 60 12. So this will give us 10 minus 2 8, 5 minus 1 is 4. So if we move backward by 12 minutes further, then the time we will get is 1:48 p.m. So you see we have moved backwards by total 17 minutes. 12 plus 5. 5 minutes back from 2:05 will get you to 2:52 p.m. and 12 minutes back from 2 p.m. will land you on 1:48 p.m. So the totaling 17 minutes. So the actual time will be 1:48 p.m. Coming to question number D, we see that it is given that the clock is slower by 12 minutes. The clock is slower, it means the time shown by the clock or the clock timing will come on the left hand side or behind your actual time. Why? Because the clock timing is slower. And it's given that the clock timing is 11:56 a.m. So you can understand that this time is somewhere in the late afternoon, late noon, and the clock timing is less than the actual time by 12 minutes. So to arrive at the actual time with the given clock time, you have to add 12 minutes with the clock time. So how will you arrive at the clock time? So first, as I have already told you, that you have to first arrive at some comfortable time and here the nearest comfortable time is 12 noon, 12 noon or 12 p.m. So you see that at 11:56 to 12 it's p.m. Please mark this thing also, that you are changing your clock time to p.m. From 11:56 to 12 it will be 4 minutes advanced, it will be plus 4 minutes. So from 12 minutes we have already advanced 4 minutes. So we have to move further. How many minutes? 8 minutes. 8 minutes. We have already moved 4 minutes to 12 p.m. but we have to make it 12 total. So 4 plus 8 is 12. So we have to advance further 12 minutes. 12:00 p.m. plus 8 minutes will land you on the correct time, which is 12:08 p.m. You see 12:00 plus 08 is 12:08 p.m. So the actual time is 12:08 p.m. but your clock is showing 11:56 a.m. So it's lagging back by 12 minutes. So let us fill up the gap over here. The actual time is 12:08 p.m. Please maintain this observation that the clock is showing 11:56 p.m. whereas the actual time is 12:08 p.m. Question number E. The given question says that the actual time is 6:23 and it is running faster by 16 minutes. So the clock time is advanced with respect to actual time. So actual time is 6:23 a.m. We have to find out the clock time, which is running faster by 16 minutes. I hope you have understood how to visualize such question with this kind of diagram. Whichever is running faster, maybe actual time or clock time, that you have to put on the right hand side, just as you do for a number line. So from 6:23 you have to jump forward 16 minutes to arrive at the clock time or the time shown by the clock. So 6:23, this indicates the hours, this indicates the minutes. So it's advancing 16 minutes. So we will add 16 with the given minutes. It's 6:39. You see that 39 is less than 60. So we need not to jump to the next hour, that is 7. So the answer will be simply 6:39 a.m., which is in the early morning. So it's 6:39 a.m. I hope that you have understood all the questions here. If you have understood all these, then I think that you will have no problem in solving such type of questions in Olympiad. But whatever it may be, you need to practice as much as possible, and that you can do with Decode Monk. Happy practicing with Decode Monk. Thank you.